foam rolling adductors, inner thigh, foam rollers vertical, and we're just going in and up from side to side here. Usually these are just awful spots to hit, so if you're making scrunchy faces, that's the appropriate thing to be doing. And if you're not, well, get a little bit higher into the thigh and find some new spots, or get lower to the knee. We'll go and go onto our knees, we'll switch to the other side, same thing, 30 seconds there. Did anybody make it up to midnight last night? Or the night before?
12:05.
Damn! David, you're a badass. I was in bed by like 10. Let's go ahead and adjust the foam roller to roll out the quads, so the front of the thighs now. So it's going to go horizontally, so across the thighs, and then we're just going to pull ourselves up and down here. There we go. Roll out here for a few more seconds, and then the next thing that we're going to move into is going to be glutes next. And now let's go ahead, we'll turn over and start rolling out those glutes. Again, you can cross your legs or have one stack on top of the other, whatever feels best for you. Trying to find those tight areas, and if you want to spend more time on one area than the other, that's totally fine. See what works best for you. Just make sure that you're pressing your weight into the side of your hip as you're rolling. And let's go ahead and we'll switch sides. At least some of it's going to be familiar. So that's the nice thing about it, is we're going to do things that we've done before and things that are slightly new, but nothing too crazy. That's for the next quarter. And we're really just throwing things at you. Let's go into our upper backs next. So starting with the foam roller underneath those ribs, then rolling all the way up to the top of those shoulders. Finding those tight areas. And in just a few seconds, we're going to turn over and roll out the lat. And when you roll out the lat, what we're going to do now is make that transition. So we're going to lengthen our right leg. We're going to pause with the foam roller on the side of our ribs. We're just going to turn to the side and push our heel of the bent knee into the floor, up and down. And so we're just going to be rolling out to the side. Now, if that motion gets to be too difficult, what you can do instead is you can just turn over to the side. So you have the option of just turning to the side, bringing yourself back, or just gradually rolling up inch by inch on the side. Let's go ahead and we'll switch to the opposite side now. So now my right knee's bent, my left leg is straight, and I'm pushing my right heel into the floor as I'm raising up and down. I'm going to have the glue pad onto the back of my head. I'm going to scoot my butt down as close as I can to the box. My feet go onto the wall, yoga block into the thigh. And I'm going to lightly press my feet into the floor, then pull my heels down so my tailbone is off the ground. And from this position, we're going to hold tightly into the core. We're going to take a deep breath in. And so it should just be a light tip. We don't want to raise those hips up too high. It's just a light little tip here. And so we're going to hold for 90 seconds. So we're just going to focus in on our breathing. So we're going to be inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Try to go in for a count. So I'm inhaling, probably at a 3 count, 4 count, and then I'm going to exhale at a 4 to 6 count. Add in a little pause in between. Lastly, try to feel for the heels. You want to feel the heel, the big toe, and the outer edge of your foot, just lightly. This should all be light tension, shouldn't feel super intense. We'll set those rollers, or not those rollers, but the yoga blocks and the blue pads back onto our box here, because the next thing that we're going to move into for the warm-up is some OS resets. And what that's going to look like is we're just going to focus in on some head nods, head rotations, some rocking, and cross crawling. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get ourselves set up for head nods. So our eyes are going to look up, our eyes are going to look down, and we're just going to get our head to start moving, slow and controlled. Just make sure that you're moving from your eyes, so your eyes are directing where your head is going. There we go. So eyes are up, eyes are down, slowly moving your head. Feel for the neck going throughout the entire motion. So as I'm going up, I'm raising my chin, I'm tucking my chin down as my eyes look down. There we go. Slow and controlled, trying to keep your back as neutral as you can. Next thing that we're going to move into is head rotations. So now our eyes stay up. I'm looking over my shoulder, scanning the room, looking over my other shoulder, and I'm taking a look at my heel. So as you're going through this, make sure that you're scanning the room, letting the eyes direct where you're going, because here we're getting our nervous system to start working with us. So if our eyes are working with us, then our whole body's going to follow with. In just a few seconds, we are going to now move into our rocking. Let's widen out our knees, we'll sit our hips back, then we're going to rock forward. Keeping a nice tall position as we sit those hips back. And let's stand tall. We'll wrap up with some cross crawls. We can keep nice and tall. We can either focus in on having a place still, or we can get to moving around. And so once we're done with our cross crawls, we're going to wrap up with some movement prep. This is a new piece that we're going to be introducing, which is going to be exciting because we get to practice to feel how our muscles moving. And let's go ahead and relax there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to grab our TRX. We're going to step this down. And so what we want to do is we're going to begin with a chest press. So it depends on how strong we're feeling today. We can either have the front knee bent, or we can have both legs straight, because what we're going to do is a chest press to begin with. Our hands are forward. What I want to do is I can start with my knee bent, tall and tight. What we're going to do is go 4, 3, 2, 1, hold, 1, 2, then press up. If you want to challenge yourself a little more, you can step your leg back and same motion, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause, 1, 2, press up. So let's get ourselves set. We'll get started, 4 reps, starting with 4 seconds down. Let's get tall, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold, 1, 2, and let's press back up. And let's pull ourselves back down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 1, 2. Press back up. 2 more reps. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 1, 2. Press back up. And last one. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 1, 2. Press back up. Let's turn around, because now we're going to do TRX rows. Same thing, 4 reps. Now from that position, what we want to do is we're going to pull ourselves up and hold. 1, 2, then 4, 3, 2, 1. So let's all start together at the bottom, and let's row up and hold. 1, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's row up and hold. 1, 2, and on our way down, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more reps, and hold tall, and let's go back down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last rep. Hold. 1, 2, and 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's move into our TRX squats. We have squats and hip hinges left. So feet should be shoulder width apart. We're tall and tight. Light bend in those elbows. Let's go ahead together. Reach our hips back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 1, 2. Drive up. And 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2. Drive up. And 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2. Drive up. One more rep. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive up. Ah, shit, I forgot to go. That's all right. Sorry. All right, last piece. Hip hinges. Same thing. We're going to be tall and tight. Feet are now going to be within hip width distance. Light bend in those knees. Begin to start reaching those hips back. Slow and controlled. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 1, 2. Drive up. Bend those knees. Reach those hips back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 1, 2. Drive up. 2 more reps. 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2. Drive up. Last one. 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2. Drive up. All right. And that does it. Woo.